Ladies and gentlemen, I am the personal concierge. And I would like to begin by showing you what I think of San Antonio, Texas. That's what I think of San Antonio. You're all trash.
We smoking tea and Mari thanks from two niggas was annoying and thought they was the shit bought time someone.
What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a blessed Friday if you're watching this, or whenever you're watching this. Hope you're having a blessed day. Before I get started on everybody's favorite show here on the channel, TNA, Total Nonstop Action, completing the trifecta, the go home, the pay-per-view, and this show. Alright, I'm still gonna do WWE, Raw, and fucking AEW, NXT when I get a chance. Right? I know I'm behind, I'll get to it. Right? But real quick, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. Now I have like 92 on Rumble, at 341 here. YouTube almost at 350. Right? And I do realize that I kind of shoot myself in the foot with my intro because apparently you're not supposed to, it's like an unspoken rule. You're not supposed to curse within like 3 to 5 minutes of your intro of the video. Like, well, you know, Scott Steiner says, give me the fucking mic. And two things. For one, it's hilarious. Right? I'm never changing that. My ending to my intros will always end with that. Alright? Don't rest assured. Second, it's the foundation of what this channel is all about. Just me, microphone, talking my shit about all the goofy things that transpire in the world of professional wrestling. So, oh, and I had to get a new mouse, alright? Because there was a lot of times actually, when I'm editing, the mouse kept like freezing, locking up, and I'm just like, I was 2.5 seconds away from just fucking breaking it. You know what I mean? But got a new mouse. Those issues have been mitigated, so everything's good. Smooth sailings from here, alright? But enough of that, let's get into the show. You see the lovely Gia and Santi Morella. He says that tonight is a new era for TNA Impact and that we are full of surprises as we are now live here in San Antonio, Texas. We get a new intro for TNA, which, you know, involving new champions and the current wrestlers on the roster. It was cool. You know, I appreciate it with the OG cross the line theme. And there's so often, like, these companies, they'll change their fucking intros for no reason. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, how do you go from across the nation to Travis Scott? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Like, oh, you're just a hater. I'm like, correct. That's right, I am. Right? Because the shit's garbage. Garbage. Whatever you want to call it, trash. Like, if I'm 20 years younger, I'll get more hyped to see this intro here in TNA than I would be hearing Travis Scott on Monday Night Raw. I'm just saying. But we start off the show with, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. As the new reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He looks good with the belt, right? But here's the thing, right? And I'll get to all your comments on the Genesis video when I can. But I do remember one comment was basically shitting on Cody Rhodes and then talking about how Joe Hendry, this is what a babyface actually looks like. Man, it warms my soul seeing that. I love to see it. I love to see anyone shit on Cody Rhodes because he's not fucking babyface. Despite all the propaganda, you know, the narrative that you're trying to push all their fucking online bots and try to fucking proclaim that this dude is it. He, right, is not babyface. Joe Hendry is everything you look for in a babyface. Not to mention that I actually like the guy. He's charismatic, has a good build, he can wrestle, he can talk, and most importantly, this people, and I don't see this get mentioned enough. The only question that should matter is he or she entertaining. Alright, Joe Hendry is entertaining. He's the ideal babyface that you will have in any wrestling company, and I get some people, they're like, oh, I can't stand this dude, oh, he's so corny and hokey and all that shit. I understand it. I like Joe Hendry. Alright, this straight up and down I do. Alright, I have no issues with the man, and I'm happy for his success here. If they got their plans showing off this new merch, like, that's how you present Joe Hendry. That's how you present your world champion or any newly crowned champion. You start off the show with your champion. Okay, it's mandatory. I'll never forget when AEW put Swerve's AEW World Heavyweight Championship celebration on fucking Collision, while Jericho and Willow Nightingale had their celebration on Dynamite. It's inexcusable, disrespectful, and flat out bullshit. But Joe comes out, he says that he's going to be a fighting champion and that he did it because the people believed in Joe Hendry. He said he'll put this title on the line against whoever from wherever. It don't matter. And then we see Santi Morella, he comes out. He says, Joe, I'd love to hear it. You're a fighting champion, and that's what I love to hear. So tonight, I have just the opponent who wants to step up and face you here in the main events. We then hear, oh, radio, tell me everything you know. I like to sing with the radio. I like to play it real loud. What the hell? I'm sorry. That would have been hilarious if we fucking played his Zack Ryder theme song. Just for the one time, man. Alright, when I do my Royal Rumble video, best believe, here's a spoiler. Zack Ryder is one of my surprise entrants I want to see in the Royal Rumble. Just to play that fucking theme song, man. Just one time. Just one time. But no, we're always ready. The major player, Matt Cardona. Alright, who I thought was injured, but apparently not. He's back. And the main event will be Joe Hendry versus Matt Cardona. Moving on, we see some bonus footage from Genesis. Eric Young's trying to talk to Perk Alexander. He's like, after all this time, all these years, busting your ass for this company, you're just gonna quit? You're just gonna walk away? That's what he does. He walks away from Eric. We then see him talking to Steve Macklin. Mac was like, what's your deal with fucking Perk Alexander, huh? It's like, why are you trying to help that dude? Like, he's no good. He's tarnished. It's over. He turned his back on me. He turned his back on you. He turned his back on the people. Why help him? Eric Young was like, because he's worth saving. I see something in Josh Alexander. The longer he dwells in darkness, the harder it is to guide him back to the light. I did it with you, I can do it with him. It's worth saving. Josh then comes up, he was like, listen guys, I just want to say, I know we had our problems. I just want bygones to be bygones. It's a new year. I want to do things right. EY, thank you. Shakes his hand, sticks his hand out to Macklin. Macklin looks down, and then looks back up. Like, fuck you, man. Like, you zip-tied my hands and beat the fuck out of me last year with your goons, the Northern Armory. Like, I might respect you, Josh, but I damn sure don't like you. And you're lucky I'll smack the shit out of you right now. Get the fuck out of here. That's what you should have said, but he didn't say anything, so we move on. Next, we see Gia backstage trying to talk to the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth's brother comes out. He's like, what do you want, Gia? Like, my brother is busy. Nick then comes out. He's like, listen, Gia, I know you and the whole world have 1,000 questions for me, and I'll address the whole world next week. I'm sorry, Gia. That's all that happened here, so we move on. Next, we see the concierge coming out. He was like, boy, am I happy to be here in San Antonio, Texas. And the crowd was like, yeah. He then throws down his 10-gallon hat and proceeds to stomp the fuck out of it. Right? The way he did it, that shit had me dying. That's probably the funniest thing I've seen in wrestling this week. That shit. He said, that's how I feel about you people. All you people are degenerates and Texas sucks. Crowd boosts the fuck out of him. He says, without further ado, I'm trying to wrap this up to get out of this godforsaken state. The dream team. The sexy Ash, the basic Heather, Ash and Heather by Elegance. They come out, and I gotta say, again, they're looking good here tonight. And side note, I only want to see women and assless chaps. I'm just saying. They're teaming up with Rosemary, and they're going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed, knockouts, world and tag team champions, Spitfire and Motoroshi Moshuslemovic. Right? Good match. We're gonna fast forward to the finish, which was Danny Luna taking Ash to Suplex Country. We didn't see CM Punk's #1 side piece coming out with her fake ass tits to distract Masha and her picture of her completely disrespecting her, causing the distraction for Spitfire for Ash to hit the schoolboy on Danny Luna for the 1, 2, 3. So Ash and Heather and Rosemary go over. We didn't find ourselves looking down the barrel of a weapon as the Northern Armory comes down. Perk Alexander tries to cut a heartfelt promo, but the crowd wasn't having it because they didn't forget, like, dude, you were an asshole to us like 2 weeks ago. Okay? You ain't fooling us. Right? He's talking about how he needs to be better for his son. His youngest son was like 6 years old, which also represents the 6 years I spent here at TNA busting my ass day in, day out to become the standard. The people weren't trying to hear none of it. Right? They're like, boo, we don't give a fuck. Alright, he then looks at the Northern Armory. He was like, Kid Icarus, Bruce, what you talking about? Willis, look, you two are one of the biggest up and coming tag teams that I've ever seen. You guys don't need me. I'm done with the Northern Armory. I'm done with TNA. I quit. I'm out. Bruce was like, I don't think you understand, Josh. You can't leave the Northern Armory. Bruce then hits a chop block onto Josh. Icarus hits a Superman elbow to Josh. Then they start beating the fuck out of him. Eric Young comes in for a save, rocking the Terry Funk t-shirt. I see you. He says, you two are still new here. I'll let you know on a little something, alright? 1, you don't fuck with Texas. 2, you don't fuck with me or the Walking Weapon. So next week, there's gonna be us two versus you two in a tag team match. This is intriguing because it's like, is Josh really trying to leave TNA like PCO? Or is this like an angle for him to turn babyface? Which I hope, if he turns babyface, that's fine. No, it does suck because I did thoroughly enjoy his heel run, especially his theme song. Just don't change it back to the Walking Weapon version. Like, his heel theme is so much better. It's not even funny. Alright, but we'll see how this shit plays out, but we move on. Next, we see trust in the system as Moose and man, do I hate pro wrestling? JDC, they're repping the system. They're going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Tag Team Champions, the Hardys. And I'm telling you, the Hardys get some of the biggest pops of the night. Wherever they go, right? People love the Hardys. We're going to fast forward to the finish, and this was also a good match, right? But we see Matt hitting the Twist of Fate to JDC on the outside. Jeff knocks down Moose off the top rope, then hits the Swanton Bomb for the 1, 2, 3. The Hardys go over. Now, my only criticism for this match is it should have been reversed, right? It should have been Moose on the outside and JDC taking the pin, right? Because I don't like how they're making Moose look super weak. Like, I get he's a heel, but I'm like, at the same time, he's still one of the biggest dudes in your company. know what I mean? It took the whole damn system to beat Ace Austin. And now he's the X Division champion taking the L here in a tag team match against the Hardys. I don't like it. I'm just saying. But we move on, and then we see 23, 23, 23, 23. It's just a number. Just a number. 23, it's just a number. It's just a number. I hope this is the last fucking time we have to see that stupid ass fucking Titantron. Because we see Sam Callahan, Death Machine coming out. He says, alright, enough's enough. 23 this, 23 that. Well, today's the 23rd. Whoever the hell it is, bring your punk ass out here right now and face me like a man. We didn't see Steph the Lander coming out. She says that 23 is me and that I'm now the new digital media champion. I want it in divorce. Mine is mine and what's his is mine. And now that that's over, let me introduce you to my new boyfriend. Yeah, real quick, I'm like, damn, it doesn't take her quick to move on, does it? Damn. So I guess PCO is officially done with TNA, and he might not be back anytime soon, right? If ever. You know, I guess from my understanding, it was Scott D'Amore, or is it Scott D'Amore or D'Amore? I don't fucking know. But Scott was like, I guess he was gonna give PCO a title run at some point, but that didn't happen because, you know, he got fired. I mean, you're fired. So a lot of the people that Scott were pushing, you notice, are now leaving. You know, like Speedball was definitely not the Scott dude. All right, that was his boy. Joe Shaw, that's literally his wife, and she fucking bounced with the quickness. We didn't even get a goodbye. I mean, like, god damn. Crazy Steve, he's pretty much good as gone. Su Yung, I don't know what's going on with Su Yung because she's one of my favorites here at TNA. Man, I haven't seen this woman on TV in months. I know she got injured in some house show, but I'm like, even when Scott was there, like, they weren't doing anything with her. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on with Su Yung? PCO is promised to roll it by Scott. Scott got terminated. New management had no need to fulfill his obligation to PCO. He got pissed off, so he wants to leave. Said, fuck this place. And hey man, that's how he feels, that's how he feels. Alright, like, I like PCO, but if the man wants to quit, then let him quit. Fuck it. Oh, you don't want to be here? Well, we'll find someone that does. Too easy. Right now, people could look at it as unprofessional, him being ungrateful. We're not what I put the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on PCO? Absolutely not. Right? Sorry, not sorry. Alright? Maybe it was like 2 decades ago. Right? I mean, like the early stages of like NWA TNA. He had a shot. But now, no, this man's like in his mid-50s? No. Nah. But at least he's a former ROH World Heavyweight Champion. There's that. You know what I mean? There's wrestlers that can't even say that, like Shelton Benjamin, for fuck's sake. We live in a world where PCO could be a world champion, but Shelton Benjamin can't. Makes no fucking sense to me. But what do I know? So, regardless, I wish PCO the best of luck in his future endeavors. But Mr. 23 turns out to be Mance Warner, and the whole crowd there in San Antonio, Texas said, "Who? Whose mans is this?" Well, let me tell you. Alright, this was the former reigning, defending, undisputed GCW World Heavyweight Champion Mance Warner, aka the Southern Psychopath. Now, it's been a minute since I've done a GCW review, but I do plan on doing the is it GCW versus the People show? Is that the name of the pay-per-view? I do plan on reviewing that. Alright, but the times I have discussed GCW, I put over Mance Warner. He's like Tommy Dreamer, but better. He had a crazy blood feud with Iffy, and those two men put their bodies on the line. Some crazy fucking hardcore death matches that they had over there in GCW. So Mance is okay with me. He then goes upside Sami Callihan's head with the digital media belt, then does a nasty ass French kiss with Seth the Lander. Now, I 110% understand what people, they're like, get a room to when a couple was French kissed in public. No one wants to see that shit. I don't want to see it. People, the good folk in San Antonio, Texas, don't want to see it. They're booing the shit out of it, right? And then that's pretty much it for the segment. So Mr. 23 and me being Mance Warner and going after Sami Callihan makes sense, right? Because I'm like, because people were saying it was supposed to be Baron Corbin. I'm like, That doesn't add up to me. Why the fuck would Baron Corbin go after Sami Callihan? If Baron Corbin's coming through, best believe he's going after Joe Hendry in a main event spot, not for some random undercard belt that nobody really cares about. Next, we see the gorgeous liaison for NXT NA, that is Ariana Grace, doing commentary for this next match. This next match is the Rascals versus the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium. First time ever is a WWE owned title being defended here in TNA. History has been made, and this was easily, in my opinion, the match of the night. But I'm going to fast forward to the finish, which was Wesley getting involved. He's distracting the referee. We then see Tyson. He takes down Trey Miguel, knock him off the fucking top rope. Zach takes his ass out. Then we see Tyreek. He pulls his ass out, throws his ass into the fucking steel steps. Axiom hits the Avalanche Spanish Fly. Nathan Frazier hits the Phoenix Splash from the 1, 2, 3. And still, the NXT Tag Team Champions, Fraxium. I didn't know Wesley. I know he's a heel. I didn't know he was unstable now with Tyson and Tyreek. So that's cool to see, I guess. Interested how shit plays out between them and the Rascals. But we move on. And next we get a promo from my nigga, Mike Santana. Gets a good pop. He says that my poppy told me that whenever I do something, that I need to do it with 100%. And that's exactly what I did at Genesis. I went in there, I whooped Josh Alexander's ass, and now I'm the new standard here in TNA. And I made him utter the 2 words he said he would never, ever say. I quit. He then gets interrupted by the returning, the politician we all need, and that's Mustafa Ali. And Ali, who we trust. You damn right we do. He comes out, he gets popped. Mind you, he's still a heel. But the crowd, San Antonio, was cheering for Mustafa Ali. He says, settle down, children. I'm now speaking to all the citizens here in TNA. I'm back, and I'm officially announcing that I've signed full-time here with TNA. Crowd cheered, alright? But there's much work to be done. I'm now announcing that I'm launching a new campaign to become the next TNA World Heavyweight Champion. And remember, in Ali, we trust. That's pretty much it. Santana didn't really say shit, just me mugging him, looking confused, perplexed, low-key hating on the fact that Mustafa Ali is back here full-time in TNA. This is a huge signing. I've been put over Mustafa Ali and Ali with trust gimmick. I think it's entertaining. I think it's great. Alright? Some people miss the retribution Mustafa Ali, for him coming out with the fucking light up mask and all that shit, and that's fine, but this is great. Alright? This is fantastic. So I'm happy to see how this feud plays out between him and Santana. But we move on. Next, we get a promo from Who Was But Quagmire? Giggity giggity. No, I'm joking. It's, do you smell what the chin is cooking? Chin says, know your damn role. And that's Tessa Blanchard. Right, crowd booed the fuck out of her, and she cut a good promo. Right, again, I call it spade a spade. I call it how it is. This was a solid heel promo. She comes out, shits on Texas, says that the Blanchard owns Texas. And then we see Tully Blanchard. He's like, yikes. Like, how you gonna say that and pan out to fucking Tully? Come on, man, do him dirty. Come on, don't do that. She was saying how Joe Blanchard helped put pro wrestling on the map before WWE ever did. She says that the Blanchards are better than Von Erichs, that she's colder than Stone Cold, and that she has more funk than Terry. She says that Texas sucks, you guys have no sports teams besides the Spurs, but they don't count, and that you guys got your shit pushed in, got completely annihilated in the Alamo. Like, how utterly pathetic. Now, this pissed off Texas here in San Antonio. Alright, I'm surprised I didn't hear any shut the fuck up, but they were booing her the entire time her ass was out there. Even got her father booed. right? It's kind of reminiscent to Roman Reigns when he won the Royal Rumble back in 2015, and The Rock came out to try to put him over, and the crowd shitted all over it. You see the look, the expression on Rock's face. He's like, he raised people's eyebrow. He's like, yeah, this is your fault, nigga. I mean, like they ain't booing me, they booing your ass. All right, got me out here looking like a chump. She said that this is a Blanchard territory, and now the standards have now risen now that I'm back and I took out the trash at Genesis. So now either you step up or you get stepped on. It says business is about to pick up as El Diamante de la Gable de la Lucha Libre is back in TNA, which means the diamond of Lucha Libre. And Tessa Blanchard answers to absolutely nobody. Crowd boos the fuck out of her, and that's it. So again, this was a solid heel promo. They're going all in with this heel Tessa Blanchard, and as of right now, she is in the standing. She's a front runner to be the best heel in 2025. Moving on to the main event. But before we get the match, we see the King of TNA, Killer Cass, King Cass, aka Frankie Kazarian, coming out for commentary. He is not happy. He says, Tom, shut the hell up. The King's not in the mood to hear your voice. The King is mad. I got screwed at Genesis. And he did. But will he call his shot here tonight? We shall see. First, we see Always Ready, the major player Matt Cardona. He's challenging the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, I believe in Joe Hendry, as well as San Antonio, Texas. And that's Joe Hendry. Right? Match was decent for what it was. Fast forward to the finish. This is JBL, and this is after the ref bump. JBL, he does what he does here in Texas. He arrives, does a clothesline from hell to Matt Cardona, who's going to use the belt to go upside Joe Hendry's head. Lays him out, then does a stare down with Joe Hendry, and leaves. That's it. So again, we still have no explanation as to why JBL does what he does. Like, you took him out Bound for Glory, but yet you helped him at Genesis. It doesn't make any sense. Alright, we could get a regular JBL on Monday Night Raw. Oh, hater Michael. You know, here in TNA, he doesn't say a fucking word. Right, but Matt Cardona recovers, hits fucking Joe Hendry with the belt anyway. Guys go for the pin. Joe kicks out at 2. It's a standing ovation for the 1, 2, 3. And still TNA World Heavyweight Champion Joe Hendry. And it's like, come on. They really believe that Matt Cardona was going to be the first person to beat Joe Hendry for the belt? Not saying that he couldn't. It's just in his first match, his first side of events, nada. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for this week's show for TNA. So there is the trifecta. Right, TNA, the Go Home show, the Genesis pay-per-view, and now the aftermath of Genesis. So let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on this show. Favorite moment, favorite match, all that good shit. Like if you like, hate if you hate. This is all the same to me. I just want to see the engagement and feedback from you guys. Next video, we'll try to knock out the Raw, AEW, and NXT videos as soon as I can. Alright, I'm trying to work on some different formats here for these reviews, so bear with me. Alright, I'll get them out as soon as I can. Alright, trying to do some experimenting, if you will. But that's it. So wasting off your guys' time. So be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you, yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty. But most importantly, trust in God. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.